With only a couple of days to catch their breath, the Clipper Race teams were back on the water after taking part in the gruelling Sydney to Hobart Australian Blue Water Classic. The fleet raced up the Derwent to leave Tasmania and head north to cross the challenging Bass Strait for the third time in as many weeks. This is the sixth in the Clipper Race series and the final stage of the Australia leg, the Henri Lloyd Hobart to Whitsundays Race.
Obviously we'd rather be near the beginning of the fleet. Every time we go for a scoring gate it's a risk if it's off the drum line or off the course that you want to go. Elmax and Great Britain, they've come out in second and sixth position. The thing that we struggled with in this race is keeping the boat moving well upwind and having good speed.
Meanwhile, life on board these 70-foot yachts is proving tough, living at 45 degrees.
I guess eating in the same respect, having a drink, you never know if the drink's actually going to end up in your mouth or not, just it could get knocked by a wave. All these little things, even hopping into a bunk is a bit of a struggle sometimes. You kind of end up being Spider-Man, crawling up the walls just to get in. So, yeah, it can be tough living on the angle.
Today's events weren't without incident, though. The Mission Performance team put their race on hold to go to the assistance of another yacht not part of the Clipper Race fleet, who was in distress nearby after a crew member became trapped at the top of the mast. 27-year-old Gavin Reid from Surrey volunteered to transfer to the other yacht and climb the mast to help. Gavin, who's deaf from birth and wears special waterproof hearing aids, can be seen here ascending the mast as the casualty's trapped in the rigging at the top. He was, however, eventually able to help the stranded crewman down.
I'm glad my hearing aids survived. So when I got on the mast, the halyards are wrapped all around the mast at the top, so I was required to go up and try and help the guy untangle himself and bring himself down. So it was pretty bumpy up there, and I think I was up there for about 2 hours. So the guy was up there for about 9 hours, so I'm glad he's down now.
With mast climbing skills developed as a sailor, Gavin was able to then get himself safely back down to the applause of his teammates. The rescue has put Mission Performance at the back of the fleet, but they've applied for redress from the Clipper Race Committee. With less than 700 miles left to the finish line at Airlie Beach on the northeast Queensland coast, crews are looking forward to some well-earned rest in the picturesque Whitsundays next week before starting their Asia-Pacific leg to Vietnam and China.